Hello friends, welcome to the Archer and Olive channel. If you're new here, make sure you are subscribed because we have a lot of great content. My name is Elizabeth. I'm one of the ambassadors for Archer and Olive. You can find me at The Joyful Sojourn here on YouTube, on Instagram, and TikTok. And today is gonna be a fun one. We're talking about one of my literally favorite items from Archer and Olive, and that is their notepads. So whether you are someone who has been collecting these guys, just like I have, or you are subscribed to the seasonal subscription box and you've gotten some little notepads like this, let's take a look at some fun ways to use them in our journals. Okay, let's start with what a notepad is so that we are totally clear for the rest of this video. These are notepads and they come in a variety of different sizes. Most of them have this format with Chicago screws. We've got different dimensions like a list size. We've got A5 sizes that come with a variety of different colors. This fall Neapolitan set I have in the A5 and the B6 size. I just love having them both, so I, had to go for it. Then I've gotten some from subscription boxes. This one is from a couple years ago. It's got craft paper, it's got navy blue paper, and a beautiful green. This is my most recent purchase, the blue scale. This was part of the Cyber Week Black Friday re-release. This little beauty was in the Halloween 2024 box. And for all of the ones with the Chicago screws, they're going to have that 160 GSM dot grid paper, just in a variety of different colors. These small memo pads are different in that they don't have that 160 GSM, but we do have the mixed colors. Love this one. We're going to use it in just a moment. And then the smaller kind of task pad is lined on one side and has graph grid on the other. Did you recognize any of those notepads? Do you have them in your stash? Let's actually use them today. In this example, I'm sharing with you a journaling spread where I used some stickers and collage paper, and then I took out my handy dandy Halloween notepad, ripped off a piece of red, and kind of collaged it down over my journaling spread. Really love how this turned out, adding the stamps, and it's just a fun way to create a decorative spread with paper. One other quick example here in this daily notebook is my October monthly. I used a piece of craft notepad paper, glued it into the center, and it just changes up the look of things. My first tip for using these notepads is to use them for notepad paper. Very obvious, very meta, but these are great for to-do lists. They are also really great for hourly time blocking. If you need to hone in on a certain set of time or to find where your margin is in the day and you don't have an hourly planner, you can grab a notepad as a supplement and break things down. While we're on the topic of daily and hourly planning, let's jump over to idea number 2 for these smaller notepads from subscription boxes. I have really loved using these in my daily journal. They add a little pop of color, a vintage feel, and they both have these left side margins that are great for hourly time blocking. So you can put your schedule inside those boxes, or you could actually journal inside of them just to change things up on the page. In this example, both Monday and Tuesday needed some hourly scheduling, so I put those in the margin, and then I added some stickers and pen highlights to add a little bit more color to the page. If you have a notepad that's got really dark paper on it and you're not quite sure if it would work for an actual functional spread, consider using it as a tip-in. These darker pages are great for blackout spreads, or in this case, a blue out spread, and having fun with acrylograph paint pens in lighter and brighter colors. To add this monthly insert to your spread, just throw down some glue right in the center and press down firmly. When I first started purchasing Archer and Olive journals, I was so afraid to use them because they're so pretty and I didn't want to mess anything up. So imagine my delight in realizing that notepads are a great way to fix mistakes in your journals. As scary as it is, just cut the page out, leaving a little bit of scrap behind, and then grab a notepad paper. Doesn't matter what size, it could be an A5 size, a perfect fit. Or in this case, I grabbed the list size pad and added glue to the remaining scrap and attached the paper to it. This is a great way to get that do-over that we always wish we had with a bound journal. Moving from the practical to the playful, I love using these notepads kind of like die cuts to create different shapes in my journal. And because they have dot grids still printed on them, there is enough structure to write in them, kind of like boxes. In this example, I'm also creating just a little scrappy header. If you want to change out the color of your weekly planning page, but you don't want to tip in pages, then cut down a piece of notepad paper and use those pieces as daily blocks for planning. Great way to add a little bit of color without a full page change out. I really love this next idea because it's so practical. I have been wanting to try a B6 journal for daily planning for quite a while, but I haven't been sure about whether or not a B6 size journal will work, if it will fit everything that I need it to. The Archer and Olive notepads are at a lower price point than journals, so it's a great way to test out different spreads without committing to a full journal. Notepad papers make an excellent addition to the Archer and Olive planner if you have one. I have loved using these papers to create scrappy collagey spreads, and in this example, I'm laying down craft paper over the November monthly deco page, adding some stickers, and we're gonna double up on our notepad paper and use this library looking paper because it just looks really, really cute. Add additional stickers, maybe a stamp, and then you can customize your monthly planner page with your memories for the month. This last idea is more of a pro tip for those of you that like to DIY. The notepads on Chicago screws can be opened up and unscrewed. This allows you to take off the remnants of past pages used. And if you wanted to mix up your notepads, start mixing up the different colors, create different scales, you can actually just pull them apart, just break up the binding glue up at the top, and then pop them back on the Chicago screws. Taking this to the next level, if you're someone that likes to write or to plan on a disc-bound system or a twin loop system, you could pull apart an entire Archer and Olive notepad and make a custom notebook on the binding style of your choosing, but with that very delicious and lovely 160 GSM dot grid Archer and Olive paper. If you have an idea for how to use an Archer and Olive notepad, leave it in the comments down below. Make sure you're subscribed to the Archer and Olive channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!